Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining in this very special session. The posters have been out, and as promised, I have with me Shri Anushree Raut ji, and she is someone who most of us knew as being Libra before she changed the name of her organization to the Vedic Experience. But she is actually the face behind Vedic Experience, and we did not really get to see her in when the when the organization was named as being Libra, but now we see her consistently, doing Facebook live sessions as well as posting shorts on Facebook. So Anushree is someone whom I really, really admire for all the things that she does and all the posts that she writes. But I request Anushree to give a brief introduction about herself before we start with this 3-session videos on SANDHI, where we will be covering different types of SANDHI, including Lagna SANDHI, Amsha SANDHI, as well as Bhava SANDHI. Okay, so it's all yours, Anushree ma'am. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this recording. And we can begin after you introduce yourself. Yes.
Namaste, everyone. My name is Anushree, and I'm very happy to be a part of this session. So just a brief about me, I have started my jyotish journey back in the year 2000 when I was doing my finance. It was only until 2014 that I started doing Gemini, and I never thought I will ever become an astrologer. My background is in finance. I used to be in hedge funds, and now here it is. I started Being Libra page on Facebook in 2019, and now it's the Vedic Experience. So here I am.
Okay, great. So, okay, ma'am, you can begin with, I think you'll be starting with
Yeah, the topic for today, which I have decided to go for, is Sandhi.
Okay.
As you all know, Sandhi is a very conflicted topic. Many times we get this Sandhi in case studies and live charts where it is very difficult to gauge the effects of the person's life. It is more like a chameleon effect, changing colors.
Right.
So can we start then? Can I
Yes,
start?
yes, you can. All yours.
Yeah. So Sandhi, as you all know, Sandhi is a junction. So just as we have different Kaals during the day, we have morning, afternoon. That also is Sandhi, morning, afternoon, night. It's basically two parts meeting together.
Right.
So Sandhi is junction, crossover. It's a gray area, and usually whenever any planet or bhava is in Sandhi, the person is in confusion. It's a state of obscurity. He doesn't know where he's heading. So mostly in Sandhi, as we have the Kaal Sandhi, different times of the day. In astrology, we have different types of Sandhis. So I'll be covering the major ones. All the Sandhis that I'm going to be discussing in this session today, I will not be going details. So some of the sessions, some of the Sandhis are already covered popularly if you check on YouTube videos. Yeah. So we'll not be discussing those types. I will try to highlight here today what has not been discussed.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
So as I said, it's a problematic area, it's a gray area, and it's a highly turbulent and a transformative patch of your life. So this Sandhi can be between two Rashis, can be between two Bhavas.
Right.
It can be between two Tithis, okay? And also it can be between two Dashas. So first, I'll talk about the Dasha Sandhi. So Dasha Sandhi in astrology, as we know, we have Dashas. There are different timelines of your life. So whenever a Dasha is changing, the person starts to feel upheaval. So there's a particular Dasha, say, and he in the last 6 months or the last 1 year of that Dasha, he starts feeling the effects of the next Dasha. That is why when Dasha Sandhi is there, means the Dasha is changing, one is not advised to get married or to start any important decisions of his life.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I will not be discussing this part of Sandhi in this topic today.
Okay.
Okay. So this is one topic, which is Dasha Sandhi. Do you want to add anything on that?
Yeah, I just as a layman, what would be the difference between the different types of sandhis? The Dasha Sandhi, of course, you spoke about. what happens, when there is a nakshatra sandhi, or there is a tithi sandhi, or there is a say amsha sandhi. Just
Yeah.
just a few lines on each of them before we.
We'll be covering that. We'll be covering that. So as I said, Dasha Sandhi, first of all, the tattva of the planet is changing, right?
Right,
Suppose
right.
you have Mars. Mars is the Agni Tattva planet. It's an action-oriented planet. Saturn is a slow planet. Venus is a very creative planet. So when a Dasha changes, definitely the person will start to behave like the new Dasha planet already.
Right, right.
So that is a behavioral change, a tattva level change. So a person who is very sluggish will start to become very active when the Mars Dasha starts.
Okay.
Or he starts to eat spicy food.
Right.
So he will do this 6 months or 1 year in advance. Now the other Dasha is Tithi. As you all know, the lunar days, we have 30 Tithis in a month. And from those 30 Tithis, there is a change. So there is Pratipada, there is Dvitiya. So it's a continuous thing. So many a time, people are born at the end of the Tithi.
Right.
Tithi rules our relationships. It rules our marital life. It also rules prosperity. Okay. It is the Jala Tattva of the Panchang.
Right.
Panchang is the 5 elements. So Tithi, what it does, if Tithi is Sandhi in a person chart, either the person will not have a relationship or the person will keep on losing relationships.
Okay.
Basically, he doesn't know how to love. So such people, the remedy for Tithi Sandhi is to make them love God. Okay. Make them read Puranic stories or any Gita, or surrender to God, any one God.
Like Mirabai.
Mirabai. Gita is a very good remedy. So once they start loving God, then they understand the concept of surrendering. Okay. So basically, Tithi, as you know, is the conjunction of it is the yoga of the sun and the moon. So our father and mother create us. So when Tithi Gandanta, there are certain points in Tithi as well, which are Gandanta. Okay, which are fire water zones. So if it is Tithi Sandhi or the junction of two different Tithis, the person is clueless. Okay. As to how to behave in a relationship. Right. So these are the relationship losses, is what you can say. There are some people who are not married or have multiple relationships but not willing to settle. Okay. Or they have been given proposals, but they are just in the marriage because for the sake of society. They cannot love. Such are in Tithi Sandhi. I have an example for this, but we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Then,
sure.
Then there is Bhava Sandhi. So Bhava Sandhi is basically like Lagna. Lagna is one of the Bhava Sandhis. So when your degree of your Bhava is like 29 degrees and it changes. So the person will behave like suppose it is 29 degree Gemini. The person will also behave like Gemini and he'll also behave like Cancer. So when you try to decode such things for a native, he will show two different characteristics. Okay, like also having two different personalities, right? Yeah, split personality, and also that the juncture of his life, like for example, Mercury Dasha will come. Then he will totally change from a very Gemini and playful person. He'll become very home person, or somebody who is very security conscious, right? Because Cancer is more of security, home, right. Motherhood. So from a Gemini playboy or very friendly person, active person, he might become a more Cancer. So this is how we see Bhava Sandhi. Bhava Sandhi also can affect the that area of their life, because it's in Sandhi, it's always in change. For example, 4th house in Sandhi. Then the person will not know what to do for college. He might go for one field, then he might change again. Right. So such people should be advised properly when it comes to education. Bhava Sandhi. Okay. Then Bhava or Rashi is like one Rashi, one sign of the 12 signs, right? So this is like usually what happens is the first 3.20 degrees of the new Rashi and the ending 3.20 degrees. That is what is going to constitute Bhava Sandhi. Right. Any planets in the last 3.20 degrees, 3 degrees 20 minutes. And the first, so suppose it is like 27 degrees, 28 degrees, or 0 to 2 degrees. Then those planets are in Sandhi. Okay. Then Yeah, so this particular bhava or Rashi Sandhi, now it applies to 5 major things, which I'll be discussing in the charts later. But just to brief up, first is your Rashi, your moon chart. As you all know, moon, Lagna, and sun. These are very, very main basics of astrology. Mind, longevity, character, strength, your health, because sun is health, right? So these 3 pillars of astrology, sun, moon, Lagna, if these points are in Sandhi, then the person definitely has longevity issues or health issues.
Okay.
Seeing in the coming chart, especially Lagna at 29 degrees or Surya Sandhi. Now, Surya Sandhi, as you know, 0 to 1 degree of sun. Sun, when it is ingressing into a new sign, it's called Sankranti. And Sankranti dosha is 0 to 1 degree.
1 degrees.
Definitely, these people will have Sankranti dosha in the chart, for which we need remedies. They will have some Dara Karaka, right? The spouse bringer, money bringer. So they will have issues with regards to relationship due to father's wound.
Okay.
Or if sun is afflicted, then issues due to relationship or money because of Pitra dosha. Right? Sun Sandhi, but sun is general, sun is Agni Tattva. It is action, fame, reputation, work, right? So when a sun is sun, the bosses will trouble the person. Not have a good relationship with the father, or the father might suffer with health. So depending on what the lordship is, because it is not just sun, right? Sun for a Sagittarius ascendant will be 9th lord. So father, boss. But sun for a Libra ascendant will be 11th lord, friends. So depending on the Jiva Karaka, the Bhava Karaka, on the Ajiva Karaka of that planet, those significations will be affected. Okay. So sun, that also is an issue, which is Sandhi. Then Lagnesh in Sandhi. So as you all know, that wherever Lagna sits, that is your Pakka Lagna. Wherever Lagnesh sits, Libra Lagna, Libra Venus, wherever Venus will go, that is called Pakka Lagna. So wherever that planet, that actually represents our ability to earn money, sustain ourselves, especially the Pakkesha. Pakkesha, as we say, like, for example, Libra Venus, Lagnesh is gone to Aquarius. So Saturn becomes his Pakkesha. So the Saturn is placed will determine how we are going to sustain ourselves. Can we earn money? Right. Okay. But your Lagnesh is also your health. It's also your character. It's your sun energy. Right. So Lagnesh in Sandhi can also cause similar issues, which are to do with a transformation of character, transformation, the issues with money. Okay. Things like that. And the 5th one, as we covered, moon, sun, Lagna, Lagnesh. The 5th one is the Atma Karaka. So people know Atma Karaka is the highest degree planet. It shows your soul, the flavor of your soul. Depending on what Atma Karaka is, the person is going to go through a very, very tormenting time in his life. Right. So if Atma Karaka is in Sandhi, what happens? So there is a lot of karmic baggage. Karmic baggage, definitely, but he's stuck. For example, somebody like a Venus is relationships, right? Venus in Sandhi at 29 degrees. He's not only going to be stuck with regards to relationship, with regards to lust, wealth, but also codependency with regards to wealth or relationships. So he's just there with a woman or a man because he's getting it, he's getting fulfilled. He's not able to let go. So whenever there's a 29 degree planet, he has to let go of that cycle and enter one. And imagine 29. So also there's a thing, whenever Atma Karaka has the more higher degree, more is the karma. So some of them have 20 degrees Atma Karaka, which is comparatively less karma. Less karma. But if Atma Karaka is 29.30, 29.50, so the soul is actually, so that actual Karaka, the Karaka Lagna, as we say in D1, wherever the Atma Karaka is placed, is called Karaka Lagna. And wherever the Atma Karaka is placed in Navamsha, it's the Karaka Amsha Lagna. Right? Yes. So when planet is at 29 degrees, many times also the Amsha also will change. Right. So this is double. This is like a huge double impact. Not just at a mind, body, circumstantial effect, also soul. Soul level impact, yes. low level. So, and this is worst when it is Gandanta. Gandant, they say. Gandant is
Gandant.
like the fire water zone.
Yes.
We have 3 zones, which is Revati Nakshatra Pisces to Ashwini Nakshatra Aries. Then we have Cancer Ashlesha to Leo Magha. And the third one, the most difficult one, is the Jyeshta Scorpio to Mura Sagittarius. So all these sandhis will also be much more difficult if they are Gandanta sandhis.
Okay.
Okay. So I will not be explaining separately on Gandanta. It's going to take 1 hour.
Yeah, it's fine. Ma'am, just to ask a quick question before we proceed. You spoke about Atmakaraka, but that is just one of the other Charakarakas, right? So does this Sandhi also apply to the other Karakas? For example, say if someone has Darakaraka at Sandhi, say, suppose someone's Darakaraka is Jupiter and that is at 0 degrees. So will it bring a struggle in terms of...
See, what happens is the highest degree is what? Atmakaraka.
Lowest degree
is Darakaraka. So Atmakaraka and Darakaraka will always most likely be in this zone, especially Darakaraka. Not some of them have planets, their entire karmic code is from 29 degrees to 0. So we have planets at 29, 27, 22, 18, 12, and then they'll have 2, 1 degree that way. Not everybody, like I don't have any planet at 0. But I have a Darakaraka, right? So not all Darakarakas will fall into this, but of course Darakaraka will fall, as I said earlier, when Sun is in Sandhi, Sankranti dosha. So 0 degrees, so 0 degree will be Darakaraka. Right? Also, the other things, for example, as you said, which I want to highlight, Bhavas Sandhi, and there are more other things called Nakshatra Sandhi. There is also Amsha Sandhi, which we'll discuss later. That also is important because though it is not skipping the 30 degree zone, so a Rashi is 30 degrees. When a Rashi is changing or the planet is at the end of the Rashi or the beginning of the Rashi, it is Rashi Sandhi. Okay, but each Rashi has Nakshatras. When it is at the end of the Nakshatra, that is the next topic which we are going to discuss, which is Nakshatra Sandhi.
Okay.
Nakshatra Sandhi, as we know, we have 27 nakshatras, okay, 108 padas, right? So each nakshatra, each Rashi has 9 navamshas. Okay, for example, say Shatabhisha. Shatabhisha is up to 20 degrees. After Shatabhisha, we have Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra. So not only when it is at the end of 20 degrees, it's the end of thing, you will have a nakshatra sandhi, because it's the Shatabhisha is ending and Purva Bhadrapada is starting. Okay, but you would also have Amsha Sandhi when the padas are changing.
Okay.
So suppose from Shatabhisha pada 1 is going to pada 2. That is called Nakshatra Amsha Sandhi, which we'll be discussing here. The session basically is to highlight these Nakshatra and Amsha Sandhis, which are not very spoken about. And these are very, very severe because they lead to horrible and huge losses.
Right.
Okay. For example, when Mars is in Sandhi, in a Rashi Sandhi, the person can get losses with regards to his land because land is Mars. Also, it can show that a brother, because Mars is natural brother, will have some issues because with regards to health or career, because that planet in your chart, which is the Jiva Karaka or brother, is in Sandhi. So this shows at a very surface level. Now, if you look at more, Mars for a man is the private organ.
Right.
I've seen some charts. I cannot discuss them today because of privacy issues.
No.
But just to explain, Mars in Sandhi, especially 29 degrees, and also in Amsha Sandhi, okay, will show that the person has, there was a client whose testicles were cut. So looking at the overall, you will never be able to predict. Okay, why it happened. But when Mars is in Sandhi and also Amsha Sandhi, he will lose that body part. Okay. So another example, Sun in Sandhi. As I said, Sun in Sandhi, 29 degrees is one thing, 29, 30. So I would not really be so much predictive about a person's losing body parts or losing the losses kind of don't really the quantity of losses, or the value of losses is not that high, if it is like 20, 28, 27, 29.30
Right.
plus, then you have to see, okay, that you can make a very sure shot prediction that this person will lose this Jiva Karaka or Jiva Karaka.
Okay. Okay.
Sun is money, Sun is fame, reputation. Sun is also father. Sun is like the Bhava Lord, whichever Lord it is. For example, 11th Lord for Libra will be elder sister or father's younger brother. Right? So this way, then Sun is eyes, bones. So this is how we do. So I have a client which we'll discuss today. The Sun is in Amsha Sandhi.
Right.
So not only father died or she had issues with the relationships in her life, because Sun was also Tithi Lord and stuff. But she was washing dishes and she broke a glass in her hand. The Sun was third Lord of hands. Broke a glass in her hands and her finger got cut so badly that the bone also got cut.
Okay.
Losing part of the body, losing third Lord, Sun, hands. So
Right.
then she was operated and the bone from the wrist was removed and replaced.
Okay. So it small thing became very big in that case.
Yeah, so losing a body part, we are all in full form and we are blessed to be in full body form. Not everybody is. So amputations, losing of certain body parts, fractures, right? This can be operated via such a sandhi thing, especially amsha sandhi. Rashi sandhi will cause you losses, financial losses. For example, Mercury in sandhi, you might lose a full orchard. Your mango orchard can get burnt, or can get someone can take over it. Right? So this Sun is also gold. You can lose gold. Different as per different. I have seen people with moon in Amsha Sandhi. Can you tell me what you lose?
Mother.
No, Amsha Sandhi. Amsha Sandhi is body part.
Okay. In that case, the mental stability in that case, right? Because body part. Blood? No.
Moon is to do with uterus, ovaries.
Okay. For females. Yes.
Right. So whenever you see a case which is of the ladies after menopause, they are asked to remove their uterus. Okay. Breast cancer.
Right.
Of course, breast cancer itself is a yoga where the moon will be afflicted, but amputation or removal of a particular organ,
that is ruled by the planet.
Venus in Sandhi, Amsha Sandhi.
Yeah, pancreas, liver.
Yeah, so this is a very, very important aspect of astrology, which you can make amazing predictions and you can actually confirm whether you lose the body part or what can happen.
Okay.
So from a starting point of, Tithi, Dasha Sandhi is one where we have a total change in persona, total change in circumstances, likes and dislikes of a planet. Then we come to Tithi Sandhi, wherein the person, Tithi is mental, it's more of Jala Tattva. It's the relationship. So that is because it's always changing. He's not wanting to go for a relationship, or the relationships do not last. Okay. And then we have Rashi Sandhi, as I said, financial losses. Okay. Or the person has split personality. And we come to Nakshatra Sandhi, wherein there are financial losses, and Amsha Sandhi, which is physical body part losses. Okay, so 27 nakshatras, there'll be 27, so almost, there'll be each nakshatra will have a sandhi. So Chitra nakshatra, for that matter, will be in Virgo. So there'll be one sandhi, which is going to be from Uttara Falguni to Chitra, isn't it? Yeah, Uttara Falguni to Chitra, and then Chitra Virgo to Chitra to Libra Chitra. So over here, what happens is the tattva is changing. Right. So body is going to add. Okay, there are also different, as you know, there are different elements. There are different tattvas of nakshatras as well. So Swati is actually Jala, and Chitra is Prithvi as a nakshatra. So when it goes from Chitra to Swati, it is going from Prithvi to Jala. It is going from Virgo to Libra, but Libra is the Aries sign. You say, how come Swati is Jala? Swati is a Jala nakshatra. They are different. So like as per Tattva group, Ashwini is Agni,
Hmm.
Bharani is Vayu. So, yeah,
Yeah. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
you can discuss as to what is going to happen. What is the 5 Panchabhutas, as we know, are affecting different levels of our life.
Right.
So Jala is getting affected, then our gynecological health and things like that. If Prithvi is getting affected, our stability, Jala is relationships. So when you can say the person's the planet is going from Chitra to Swati, it's more of a material stability oriented to relationship. Like that.
Okay.
We can do that analysis at a Rashi level, at a Tattva level, right? So another way you can do is also the Devata. Are those Nakshatra Devatas friends? Like Varuna and Mitra. They're friends.
Friends. Yes.
So even if we can say, we can also look at the Yoni perspective. For example, Revati, which we just now had, Jupiter, was in elephant Yoni. And then from elephant Yoni, he's going to horse Yoni. That way also we can do at a very psychological level of the planet as to how the planet will behave. Okay. So it's a very advanced thing. First, it started Tattva, then Rashi behavior, then the Nakshatra, and then Amsha. Okay, so this is about I'll just go through this another thing. Yeah, so I covered Bhava Sandhi, and yeah, give me a moment. So another thing is what I have seen is most prominent is the psychological attribute of these sandhis, because they are in a psychological loop.
Right.
Especially relationships, money, people cannot let go. Typical Scorpio, right? We cannot let go. So letting go of relationship, letting go of money, letting go of grudges, let it go. So Sandhi entails a lot of counseling for the client with regards to letting go. One client I have, she has Mars in Sandhi, which we'll be discussing. She lost a land. She bought a land and she was cheated on that plot. So she consulted me saying, should I fight for this? Because I don't think it's just so messy. I'm so tormented with this. What should I do? I saw her Mars in Sandhi 29 degrees. Of course, she doesn't have a good relationship with the brother. So I said, just let it go. Okay. 9 degrees, because she's also paying. It's also a remedy in a way. So jyotish brings us acceptance, right? That is the best thing. It gives us liberation.
Yes.
When we know that what this Mars planet is Sandhi, it's easier for us to accept or choose to be tormented. Right. Keep on fighting, delay the process. So whenever a planet is in Sandhi, it is very good. It is very important to advise the client, advise that person that, okay, this is getting over. You also have to let it go. Right. Either a change of personality, either a relationship, either money, either body part. There are women who are very conscious with their breast. There are men who are very conscious with their organs. There are people who are writers. They lose their hand. How will they write? So whenever Atma Karaka is like this in Sandhi, it is a soul churning experience for them. Yes. This is very, it was destined to lose that body part. It was destined to lose that relationship. Many people come to you, should I go back to the relationship? And the Tithi is in Sandhi or the 7th Lord is in Sandhi, there are very few chances that you'll go back. You don't want to go back. It is Sandhi, it is getting... Right. So this is how we can tell. Then I'll just go again to the... so now this is what I have covered so far. So you want me to go and do the charts now, or should we have another session? Yeah, we can have another session. Not a problem. Okay. All right then. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining in. And thank you guys for watching this presentation. From this so far? Yes, ma'am. It's fine. So thank you guys for joining in. We will have Anushree ma'am again for the next session.
And thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing all these things with us. Hopefully,
Thank you. We'll do another session with the case studies for all what we have discussed.
right.
So see you guys.
Just before we wrap up, ma'am, just let me know how our our viewers can take a consultation from you. How is it? How are you accessible?
Yeah, so my page is on Facebook, which is called the Vedic Experience. And you can also email me at vedicexperience@gmail.com. My phone number and my website is there on the page. Also, I have a YouTube channel which I just started. You can also have a look. It's the Vedic Experience.
Okay.
So yeah, that's about it.
Okay, I'll put up ma'am's email ID on the video description so people can access her email ID from there as well. I'll also put up the phone number and the WhatsApp number. All right.
Thank you so much. See you in the next session, guys.
Yes, thank you so much.